Give me a shout if you're from downtown Frederick, if you live here, if this is your hood. Alright, if you're from downtown, then you know this next gentleman. He is wise, he is controversial, he is very verbose with his writing. Which I guess isn't verbose, it's literose, or something like that. But anyway, please put your hands together for Mr. Zen Daddy and Miss La Luna, accompanied by Mikey Candela.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight to Cellar Doors Open Mic Night. My name is Zen Daddy T, and I've got a couple of things for you before I get my beautiful wife up here, Luna, to read you some poetry. Art speaks from the soul, suffered a voice. It stands to reason. I need to get out of this fear bubble someone has put around me. Don't ask questions. Don't question God. Who told you that shit and made you afraid of your own mind? Is my freedom bothering you? I am here as you are. When I hear the advice of those who I do not share a foundational belief with, all I can do is accept it and move on. Never have I told anyone they were wrong. Truth is, you just don't know like I just don't know. All any of us can do is believe in what we believe in and base our lives upon it. Is it so hard to believe I exist on another plane of thought? Why is everyone so impressed until I cannot put a label on myself and they are scared for me? I am fine with being free. What I am not fine with is always having to explain it. I see a world of talkers and not doers. I am guilty of not doing. Nothing I would rather do than not do. But this has to change. I see this in myself because my life is so very uncomfortable. Something has to change or I will not survive. That is not unreligious, neither is it religious. It is just a reality I do not have to be pious about because my piety is my existence in itself. My spiritual life was founded on ghosts in pews, screaming and dancing, and I will always love that. What those ghosts and dances told me was that I could think and then know anything I wanted to. That I came from a God who made no mistakes and therefore I was saved. Let the choir sing. My teacher alone corrects me, so I do not feel I need a church full of ghosts these days to convince and shape my thoughts. When I was young, I was innocent, and that's when I got my gift. I don't need anything else. Okay, the second one I just got published in the Ukrainian Extreme Writing Community blog, which I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse. It sounds kind of death rock to me, but anyway. This is my second published poem. It's called Red Ribbon of Desire or Food Stamp Lube. There's a parental advisory warning on this one, and it's not safe for work. Never get involved with a nymphomaniac psychopath. I say this from personal experience. Back in 2010, I did. I'm paying for it even today and will for 2 more years hence. I met her on Craigslist. We exchanged a few emails and agreed to meet at Sheets. We sat for hours, sharing laptop photos at the local hotspot. Remember, I had just gotten out of the hospital, released manic. My ex had refused me access to my disabled son for 18 months. I missed 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays. I had moved in with a friend I had made at the joint, a fellow bipolar and addict. He introduced me to junk, but that's a different story for a different time. We had a good time whiling away a cold February afternoon, regaling each other with exaggerated artistic tales about our exploits. We exchanged phone numbers and said our goodbyes. I was surprised to have her ring me up later, inviting me to come over to her house for takeout Chinese and a Hitchcock film. My new roommate dropped me off about a mile from his house driving my car. I was not prepared for what was to come. She was a photographer and offered to take some art portraits, a euphemism for nudie pics. As I was into self-injurious behaviors due to my wife's stubborn denials to see my son, I had a fresh batch of scars from nice knife scratches on my chest and belly. I assumed the position, tucking my penis between my legs in an effort of some semblance of modesty. She towered above me on the bed, snapping away. She said the new wounds would be a great contrast to my toned body, and I believed her. I also believed her when she said it was too late, too cold for me to leave. She ended up sucking me off, but I wanted to be inside of her, so I was. It was a perfect fit. I did not leave her house for 40 days and 40 nights, all the while fucking 4 or 5 times a day. I was hyper-romantic and hypersexual. You do the math. I earned my Red Wings twice, and I tossed salad for the first time. As we were both unemployed, we were both on food stamps. She told me the best lube could be purchased with them. Coconut butter in the ethnic section. One night she came to bed dressed only in a red ribbon tied around her neck, so I obliged by unwrapping the present. Foreplay usually consisted of me going down on her while she smoked a cigarette. That was sexy, I thought, at the time. Once she quivered, it was my turn. She gulped Amaretto and went down on me like a feral animal. Then, her favorite position, taking her from behind, pounding away as hard as I could until she moaned and shuddered. She was multi-orgasmic, and I was too eager to please. My record was making her count in 15 seconds. I would rarely climax until 4 or 5 rounds of her thrashing, gnashing, orgasms, and then I took her in the ass. Then I was clean up on aisle 1. She would straddle my face and I would taste the salty, sweet sex of our juices mixed together. No good came of that relationship, except perhaps my schooling in tantric sex, lighting candles, taking a bath together, shaving each other, dancing naked, making love for hours, until we finally came in a heap like dirty laundry. She ended up putting me in jail under a false kidnapping claim when I tried to take her crazy fucking ass to the hospital. Never get involved with a nymphomaniac psychopath. This, I say from personal experience. I know now. The last one I want to leave you with tonight, we've got at www.zendenity.com. We are now making chapbooks, poetry chapbooks. This comes from the writer Robert Wilson, also known as Darkman. This is called Kill the Kardashians. Absorb yourself into your own black hole personalities. Your beautiful faces battered by cameras, genital discharge for blood. Misogyny exists for 3 reasons. K. Lay down more than paraplegics, your gaping cunts. Our company images for dwindling chivalry and burning presidents. For every divorce you consummate, a child dies, sick and starving on the streets outside. Your mansion big as your egos. You are a family of dead societies. You are all walking rape scenes.
Awesome!
Woo! And with that, I'd like to leave you on a lighter note, leave you with my wife.